Wait, are we live right now, or what's going on?
We are now.
Oh, I mean, we were sitting there and I heard the music, and I'm like, "You're sitting there paused. I'm sitting there paused, and I'm like, I'm waiting for the collage, and then the
I
music's
saw
still
it.
playing. I saw it too, but then I heard that music playing, and that's why I was like, wait a minute, I've never
Because
heard
the
that
music
before.
goes with our.
Yeah, but I've never
Hey,
heard it when we had on our theme. I've never heard it on our
Welcome to
theme.
Girl Chat Sports.
That's the craziest thing. Welcome to Girl Chat Sports. I was sitting there
Yeah.
like, hold on, I didn't even hear that come in on our thing ever before.
I'm like, what? The collage is with the music.
Yeah, but the music channel panned in with us showing our faces, and that's never happened before, is what I'm saying. So I thought we were still in the, because I had looked down. I thought we were still in the collage phase. It's never transitioned into us with the music still playing and us looking at each other. You feel me? West Coast Wednesday vibes. This is what it is. Girl Chat Sports. You're with Mo and Mel. We're post debate tonight. We actually starting a little bit later. Hope everybody can still like kind of check in.
Yeah,
kind of reel it all back in, take a deep breath, because we got a lot to talk about, and we got a guest too.
Stephanie said, "Yes, you are live." Thank you.
Yeah, we know that now. Thank you, Stephanie. It's very apparent.
Welcome to the show.
It's very, very apparent now. Thank you, Mrs. Princess Obvious. Thank you. I realized we were live. I just never heard the music come in on the live, so I thought the thing was still going.
Oh.
But thanks, yeah, because it's never played with us sitting there.
I guess because I see it, I control it, so I guess I've always just seen that, but I've never been on that side of it before. So good to know.
Yeah.
Yes. So we're post debate. I think you should be the moderator. I really do. I think you could cut somebody off so quick, so fast, and just.
I think my thing would be like, I'm gonna stop you right there, and it's her turn.
And why does she keep saying thank you and thank you and just say shut up? Just stop.
No, honestly, I don't need mics cut off. I don't need anybody. I need everybody to see the transparency of what's going on. If you cut off mics, you miss what something's said. Keep it flowing. It is a debate. This happens in debates. You have arguments or healthy debates in your house. And even moderators then. It could be a friend. It could be a sister. It could be a family member. It could be a child. Stop. Y'all still going at it. So you guys know what you do when you argue. It happens. I just would have said, I'm going to stop you right there. Kamala, your turn. I'm going to stop you soon and quick and in a hurry. Because, you get to rambling. That's what it is, So, I don't know. It was interesting on all parts. I'm scared for that guy. I've always been scared for Pence, but I'm really scared for him now because his eye was pink. Is he pink-eyed or what's going on? His eye was super red. Like, it was kind of crazy.
He said it's pink eye.
Well, they're calling him. It's trending on Twitter.
It's too much.
I don't know. Twitter, pink eye Pence. So that was like the #1 trending hashtag right now. Because then I noticed, I was like, yes, his eye is like tearing. It's so weird. What's going on? Maybe it need to be 20 feet apart instead of 12 feet apart. Jeez.
Right.
That eye was scary. That eye was really scary. What's up, Sabrina, girl, from the loop?
Hey,
Shout out. Yeah, it was very scary, though, to see that eye like that. It was leaking. It was pink. He didn't look well. So
it was a little too much.
Okay. Hopefully he's okay.
I don't know.
Jeez. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, it was. But welcome to the show. Yes, thank you for our sweatshirt. Shout out to our Connect. These were a hot item this year. And even though it's still like 95 degrees in Vegas.
She's got me put on a sweatshirt, y'all, in 105 degrees right now. And I'm like, really? Okay. Let's roll with it.
But if nothing else, we had to wear them because we had a WNBA finals finale here. Unfortunately, our Aces did not pull through. But it's still a win for women, and it's still a win for the league. And I was excited to see like Sue Bird on all the platforms on ESPN, everybody's talk show she was on, doing a little commentary about the win. Her as having spent this many years in the league, about to hit her 40th birthday, that kind of stuff. So it was really enjoyable, at least from my perspective, even though with Aces losses, that I feel like it was a win for the ladies. You know what I mean?
I guess so. You being from Seattle.
Here we go.
I already told you were a jinx to this. I see how you riding for Seattle Storm right now. It's just proving my theory.
How am I riding? I enjoyed seeing a woman who had won something on all the ESPN platforms. I didn't say necessarily had to be a Sonic.
You mentioned the Sonic. I mean, you mentioned the Storm as your preface to it and seeing the women. So I'm thinking you're writing for the Storm. If you guys haven't seen the debate of us going back and forth with our Girl Chestnut group page, because I think it was Arlington or
and just so everybody knows, Mo's birthday is coming up, so this is Libra behavior coming out.
No, it's not Libra behavior. It's showing you that the Seattle people are still riding with Seattle. I don't care what her heart says. It's like, oh, I'm ace. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because she has Seattle for life. She's all about Seattle. Her first thing is Seattle. Seattle this, Seattle that. Look at my Seahawks. Look at my this, look at that. And
have I rooted for the Storm at all?
I don't know if you have. I feel like you wore a Storm jersey through the whole time. I feel like you're a jinx. I mean, I don't know. You tell me. What did you do?
I did it. I don't even own a Storm jersey. I have a Kelsey Plum jersey.
Who's a Washington Dove? Who's Aces?
Yeah,
which is good.
We're just
still a Washington because it's Huskies, not Aces. Because it's Huskies.
That's why I chose her out of the Aces.
Again, a Seattle connection.
If I'm gonna, I'm a Husky alumni. So is she. Why wouldn't I pick her?
Check out the Seattle connection. Y'all just peep. Just sit back and peep game of what's going on right now. I'm very proud of the Storm. Let me just say I'm very proud of the Storm. I think it's amazing what they've accomplished. Sue Bird, I mean, she's a national treasure all day in this league. 4-time champion. I mean, it's just stellar. And to have Breanna Stewart come back after injury and still ball out. I mean, they're just a solid team. I think I have to applaud them. I think it was just a great look. I'm still proud of our ladies. Our ladies had a valiant fight through this whole thing. You're playing in a bubble. You're away from your family. De'Erica had her little daughter with her, which was so cute to see. I'm going to miss that. De'Erica unfortunately got injured, but she was awarded 6th Woman of the Year. Asia Wilson was our MVP for the WNBA, which is another great feat. We just have to try to work on getting over the hurdle of becoming champions. We were very close to the Nugget this time around. Last season, we weren't as close. Kind of got picked off before we could go to the finals. This time, it's like we're inching closer and closer. So I'm very curious to see what's going to happen off season now, and if Liz Cambage is even going to come back, because I know she's been exploring, or she's been made mention of exploring and possibly doing some other things. Who knows? She could retire totally and become an EDM DJ. Who knows? I don't know.
She's got options.
Shopping. She does have options. So it would be I'm very curious to see who stays and who goes on this off season and what we're looking like going into the next season.
Yeah. We'll get into that a little bit with our guest too, and we'll bring him on here real quick.
Yeah, bring him on.
Yeah, let me get this up. Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Welcome to the show, Stacey Collier. So, Stacey, you've got a podcast that you co-host, and we had, a lot of things that me and Mo have done here is try and get other podcasters, sports podcasters, to join us, or vice versa, because we want to be able to kind of just get other people's takes on things. But give us a little rundown about you, sports affiliations and teams, and then like how you got started with the podcast.
Well, I always love talking about sports ever since I was little. I always wanted to get into sports media, do the writing, have my own show, et cetera, be on TV. So at a young age, I've been readying myself to be a part of the sports media. And I do co-host my own show, the Collier Clare Sports Show, with Natasha Clare, who's from New York and resides in New York. Originally, I had my own podcast show. It was called In My Opinion. And one day I invited her as a guest, and the chemistry was just there, and we meshed well. And then, flash forward to 2019, made a Collier Clare Sports Show, and been rocking with that ever since. Also, I'm also a part of another podcast show called Crown Hoops, and also write for that website. And also I write for another website called Red Radar, which is based out of my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, you're from the Lou. Okay. Yeah. Nice. So what about team affiliations?
I'm glad I'm in LA now because I never stopped being a Rams fan, even though they left St. Louis. So I'm still a Rams fan. Love the Lakers. Been watching the Lakers ever since 2000. LeBron is my favorite player of all time.
I was holding up for the audience again so they know that this is what greatness looks like. Keep saying that.
Baseball, Cardinals fan, Blues fan, as far as hockey. Those my team. And also, I'm a fan of the Aces.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I can vibe with that. Very cool.
They got swept though. It's real sad.
What is your take on that? How are you feeling as far as watching that whole series, and what do you think the opportunities and misses were for that team particularly?
Well, the Seattle Storm been picked since the preseason to win the championship, and they just came to fruition. So I'm not totally surprised that the Storm won. I am kind of surprised that they dominated the way that they did, especially within the first couple quarters and in the third quarters of the 3 games. They were dominant. They shot well above 50%, I believe, the entire series. So I was surprised at the dominance, but, then again, the Aces were missing, Liz. They were missing Liz. They were missing Plum. They was missing Dearica, who got hurt, unfortunately. But I think the future is bright for the Aces, but I'm also kind of nervous because Liz might not be coming back. She might not be coming back. I don't know how that's going to go. And if she does come back, is she going to be in the right mental space? And how will her and Asia Wilson mesh? Because they both of them do the same thing, and both of them are ball dominant players. So I'm worried about that. But I think the future is bright for them.
Well, I think they coexist. They coexisted pretty well last season. I think it'd be great if we can get her back. I know that she's not so much concerned as much about having to come back like most players. I know that it's going to be odd this year because most of the WNBA players play overseas during off season, and now the season ended late. I'm not even sure when the Euro leagues and the Asian leagues start, but usually that's around this time, and so that could be a factor. And then what happens for next year and who goes where, and it should be interesting. I did really appreciate Angel McCoughtry and what she brought to the team this year.
Beasting.
I mean, she was beasting, except for the fouls in this last game 3. That was a little hard. I mean, she went a little hard in the fouls too fast. Our defense was lackluster. Not having Dearica Hamby on the roster, if that last series for the finals hurt us. I mean, we needed her defense. She's 6th player, back-to-back player of the year for the last 2 years. That's something we needed, and I think the defense was lacking. And I feel like the girls just kind of gave up that 4th quarter. Like it was just, I mean, what was the final score? Like 90-something to 59 or?
Yeah, they only had 59. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That hurt. Yeah. That hurt, man. I don't know. But, it is what it is. What can we do about it now? It's just about changing. And then, Mo's brought it up before. I mentioned it again yesterday later is, maybe do you think about a coaching change? I mean.
Yeah, I said what I said on that. And I've been saying it. So there's the deal. Regardless of the loss, they should never be down a deficit like that. There's just no excuse for it to me, in my opinion. I feel like you said to your point, Melissa, that the defense definitely was lacking. And that's really interesting and ironic coming from a coach who has a defensive background playing for the Detroit Pistons. Now, you don't have to be superly aggressive, but you need to defend. I mean, they're letting them do open looks, pick and roll play. I mean, they're letting them just get straight to the rim with no type of D. Just let them float on in. Easy layups, perimeter shooting. Yeah. They looked discombobulated. They didn't know whose woman was who they were supposed to guard. It just looked very almost kind of amateur hour, but just not solid. It looked very weak and very loose and just didn't seem to be. I don't know what it was.
I think he should just get one more year. Let's see how it goes. Because they do have high expectations, especially over the last couple of years. We get Asia Wilson and all that free agent signings. So I want to see him one more year in the regular setting, back in Las Vegas and everything. And if it don't work out, then probably is time.
Yeah, I think like the last comment said, it would be nice to have Liz and Plum back along with McCoughtry. Having Jackie Young kind of found that new role as a guard, having the time with Kelsey gone, she's able to step up into that point guard position and have a lot more time playing. And I think she did really well.
But Will Jackie be in that starting position if Kelsey comes back? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But at least it gives us a great backup, which we really didn't have. Nobody had that experience, last year. And, this year they still have Lindsey Allen. And I was still a little confused as to why she was playing so much in that third and fourth quarter. We hadn't seen her play too much in the series, let alone, I think, during the playoffs. So I don't know if there was some injury to maybe to Robinson or I don't know. I just wish.
I'm ready for a switch and a change. Sometimes we have to do that. I mean, you're saying one more year, but I think it can be, next season that they shop for someone else possibly.
Yeah, it'll take someone to come in here and that can,
it needs to be. It needs to be because you've got a reigning MVP now on your team, and the business is to win. The business is to bring a championship to Vegas, and it can't be some of these same repetitive teams with the same type of lineup and same type of coaching methods that's working. Why are our methods not working? So it's got to be something that just needs to change, I think, sooner than later.
And I feel like also it was so much time where, the whole second half, I didn't see Coach get off his seat at all.
Right.
Let alone not even like words, even yelling, even a coach to yell gives you some kind of fire or listen, I know he's under my butt. I gotta go harder. But there was nothing. There was no emotion. There was nothing. He just sat there like.
Yeah, I think he was mentally checked out though.
As a head coach,
but you can't be that, and you've got to encourage your team. You got to inspire your ladies. You've got to push and motivate. You've got to designate somebody that's a team leader who can take that same mantra from the sidelines to the court. You don't do that.
It didn't look too good.
It didn't. It was not good. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah. So yeah. But Asia did get to the first team all WNBA as well, so that was good. It was a little touch, seeing some of their interviews post game. You actually could hear the Storm celebrating while the Aces are doing their interviews, and Asia's eyes. You could tell she had been really emotional about it. And I know it's tough for her. I mean, you go so far, you're the MVP, you made all these accolades, and then you go and you get swept in the finals.
Yeah,
but it's life. But guess what? To see the way that she felt about being able to leave the bubble and finally get home to family, friends, loved ones, that's one thing that I think we all underestimate is just being able to sit somewhere. And I think even Liz had talked about she wouldn't have been able to probably do the bubble. Her personally, her emotions, her health, her mental health wouldn't have been able to work in a bubble setting. And I feel like a lot of those people we're forgetting are stuck in a situation, most without any family or friends, no contact, but these other women that you already got to imagine with your husband or your wife, you got to work with them, go to live with them, and then 24/7 with the same people would probably drive me nuts too.
Well, they probably got to, I think that's why the players had an option of opting out when it came to that, because you just couldn't handle that. And if they do opt out, what is your strategy for coming back to make your team solid? We know we don't have Kelsey. We know we didn't have Liz the rest of the season. We know we didn't have that. So what are our adjustments that we need to be made? They waived a few players that probably potentially could have been really good. Epiphany Prince.
I know. Who's now a champion.
A champion. We had Epiphany Prince. You let her go. That's the stuff I'm talking about. I don't want to turn up and break character or anything, but that is the thing that I'm talking about that gets me so animated about this team. It's very, very crazy misses that they go through. You had Epiphany Prince, who I thought balled as soon as she gets off the bench. And now she's a champion. So that's what I'm saying. The personnel issues that we have with this team, I think it needs to be some adjustments. I really strongly feel like that. No diss to Bill or anything. Some things just, sometimes it just ain't working.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and we move on. And thanks to Tasha for the love on the hoodies. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Now I'm starting to get a little bit jealous. I should have had.
Well, next time
I should have had my shirt on. I was saying that before. I do have a WNBA shirt, and I was thinking about wearing it, but I backed out the last minute.
Well, next time when it's winter and it's the right season for us to wear these, we'll have you come back on and then you can wear your shirt. Because she got me out here with triple digits. Like I'm about to lose about 20 pounds.
She acting like she's outside right now taping that.
Yeah. Did you turn her on?
She turned the heat on.
So now I got the heat on and the fireplace brewing, and I got some hot chocolate right here. It's fall right now with these hoodies on. That's where I'm at right now. About to sing.
We do have a question. So do we think the Aces should try and get Tamara back? I don't know if Tamara wants to play anymore.
No, Ty Young is done. She's actually playing in a different type of league.
Is she?
Notice on Instagram, she's doing something else. Yeah, and then she's got her sneaker game, her fashion line. Like, people are onward. There are a lot of
there's no looking back.
That taking these sports that go on, and as women, we're not too indecisive on things when it comes to career. When we're done to a certain degree. I don't know too many people that try to go back as much as men do, but I notice women. Now, no diss. I just notice women. When we're firm on something and we leave. We done. Yeah. Men, y'all kind of go back and forth with that. Baby, I don't know. Maybe women were pretty much like, nah, we're out. It'd be nice to see Ty Young, but you're seeing another side of Ty Young, and you're seeing a different version of Ty Young, and she's evolved into the growth of in a relationship with Mimi. She's about to get married if they haven't already. It's just another chapter. You know what I mean? So I feel like she's moved on.
Most likely. So we'll get into another hot topic real quick. The COVID outbreak in the NFL.
Man.
So over the weekend, we already dealt with the Titans, right? Last week we were dealing with the Titans. They had at the time, I think, 6. Today we're up to 22 total personnel and players. Apparently they could be getting some kind of harsh punishment because a group of the Titans decided to take their to do like a practice at a nearby Nashville school and just do some, running around. And that was found out, which isn't allowed because the practice facility is closed. So that could be interesting. Now, this is also, I don't know if it's prior to or post the new NFL's policies where they're going to be possibly giving, losing draft picks or forfeiting games. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sure if that's part of the punishment for them, but they're definitely probably going to get something. But after the Titans, that whole Titans, and I can't remember, the Pittsburgh Steelers has been postponed until the end of October. But then we had the Steelers or the Patriots and the Chiefs game that was possibly going to be delayed as well. They just got changed to Monday night because Cam tested positive.
Now another player tested positive.
Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
And Stephon, he's the defensive player of the year, and he plays like every down. This man is out in the field every down. And whoever New York plays this year, you might want to pick up their wide receiver or New Jersey.
I don't know if we can pick up anybody. This fantasy is totally washed. We'll talk about it, but I just feel like it's a done deal. It's a done deal with anything you got. You can't waive. You can't do nothing. But here's the other thing. Now it's a rippling effect on my team because one of our Raiders has COVID and tested positive. Now, mind you, a week before that, we had a game against New England. Do you think he contracted it then? Or did he contract it outside of his bubble? Because there is no bubble. They need to have a bubble mentality, but they're not living a bubble mentality. They're still going and gallivanting and doing their thing. So it's going to be a mess through this whole thing. And they keep postponing this Titans and Pittsburgh game. They probably won't ever have another game, a matchup with each other. Like, they haven't given a date on it. And this whole thing is wild.
Well, and they've talked about that. It's possible that maybe the season gets postponed some. Maybe they have to take a time out and
should have never started then.
I don't know. That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard to do. That's really gonna be hard to do given all the money that's going into everything. And they got started, and I'm pretty sure they figured that some COVID tests were gonna be positive at some point. So like it's a real hard thing to do. The NFL can't do a bubble in the regular season because there's just too many players, too many personnel, too many coaches, et cetera, to put all in one place. So unfortunately, they're gonna have to just keep going along and make adjustments.
Well, how come they couldn't do like a West Coast region bubble or a Midwest bubble, a down South bubble, an Eastern Conference bubble, and then everybody who flies on their team planes, that's the only mode of transportation they have. They're bubbled in a hotel and they're tested on the spot when they land.
Yeah, they should have, but then you got West teams playing East teams. I don't know how they're gonna adjust.
I mean, if you go to the East, coming to the West, you have one facility that everybody plays at. You know what I mean? And then you have that one specific hotel that everybody's going to, and I guess they just have to follow through with that. I feel like there would be a way. I mean, the NBA did it so flawlessly.
But when they have to change the field over and all this stuff,
I mean, they could have
it's not a quick turnaround.
I mean, if they did turf, I don't know if that would be an issue, but it depends on how well they play on turf to grass. I don't know.
I mean, I think the easiest fix here is making them all stay in hotels in their city, and then they just bus to and from this, they bus to and from that, and they get to their planes and they go. But they should be. A lot of the players aren't having to stay in hotels. Those are just like the rookies or free, the practice team, or
they're going home.
Like everybody else gets to go home, be with their families and hang out.
Go out to eat, do all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know no one's really been able to see what the details are, what the NFL guidelines are on what to do for, COVID, except for when it's at the facility. They have these cameras they're going to start initiating, but it's going to be at the facility to make sure they're going through proper protocols. No one's getting a video with the guys going home and seeing who all comes to their house one night. I mean, we don't know.
They should be bubbled to some certain degree, I think. And it should be one field that they play out, one stadium that they play out throughout, or two stadiums in each of the cities of those regions, because you have so many games that day. You have 14 games. So, you just double up, but at different places in that same area, if possible. And hotels sequester them all the time. They'd have to just... there was a way to figure it out. They just didn't care to figure it out, because this is the same league that's also allowing spectators at some of the stadiums to attend. So you've got that risk out there too, so it's just, it's crazy.
Well, we're not saying, and who knows if, Gilmore, did he have to may possibly have gotten it from Cam, but then they still played a game, even though because here's the deal. If I get COVID and I've had contact with Mo in the last couple days, she's going to have to quarantine, whether she's testing positive or not, because it's just best practice. But somehow the NFL players, they can be in the same room sitting close to each other and test negative, but they can go play the next day. But that doesn't mean they can't have it the next day or 2 days later.
Well, that's what I found was weird, that they didn't even postpone that game. They pushed it to Monday, but no one quarantined long enough to know if they had it. And now, another player now is testing positive.
And sure, they closed practice down today, but that's just one day. What happens for the next week? I mean, you can't keep playing this game and just keep on dropping. I mean, we already have enough injury-wise. We don't need to keep on dealing with the COVID, too.
Right.
There'll be no one left to play. Well, as
I said, the fantasy is done for me. I've trashed it. It's over. It's over.
KT?
It's over.
Yeah.
How about the
Cowboys? It's going to be a disaster going forward.
Yeah. It is. It's a mess.
Got to make adjustments week by week, I guess.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, if you're tuning in with us just now, we are with Stacey Collier, host of the Collier Clare Sports Show. We welcome you. We love getting new vibes from other people all across the country and the sports talk and the sports podcast industry. So speaking on, we'll go to fantasy football. Do you play fantasy football, Stacey?
Okay, this is where my tears start flowing in.
Uh-oh.
This is where my tears start flowing in. I had the greatest team of all. Let me read y'all my players that I had. Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, Calvin Ridley, Le'Veon Bell, Austin Eckler. All of them injured. Out.
All out.
How does that happen?
So you're only playing one fantasy league I'm taking?
Yeah, I'm not.
See, shame on you, because you should have been like me with 5, and then you would have had options.
See, I don't have that type
of.
That's
too much. It's too much.
It is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But if you keep the kind of the same and switch up a little. I mean, that's a terrible roster, by the way. Are you Are you in 10th place?
No. First of all, I was projected to be first place.
Of course, with that roster.
With Russell Wilson on my roster. I'm in the playoff bracket still.
We're only 4 weeks in, so there's still so much.
Yeah, I'm 2-2.
Well, hopefully, you don't lose the rest of your team.
That's decent.
Supposed to be 4-0.
Yeah, but you all of your players are out. That's just terrible when that happens. Terrible. That's why I'm like, I can't.
I mean, I had Julio Jones and Austin Eckler on the same team that I had to just get rid of Saquon Barkley off of. So.
And nobody wants to trade with me.
Nobody. Everybody's sticking to you. Who wants to trade?
Who wants to players? They done.
And just keep getting your waivers. You better be picking up waivers and just call.
Now, see, whoever your commish was, because I am the commish on one of my leagues, and I did make sure that there was 2 IR spots specifically for this reason. Either I wasn't sure that the injuries were going to be this high, but I knew that COVID would probably be affecting it. So if nothing else, we could at least move players and not necessarily lose our players.
Right.
So I think my whole league at that point should owe me something just for that. But the fact is that It's nuts. I mean, OJ Howard just got put on IR for the rest of the season. And Ziggy, the 49ers just signed him a week or two ago, and he's out for the rest of the season. Like, injuries are not stopping. I know for the Seahawks, we've had injuries every game. I think Miami was the first time we didn't really have a significant injury. So,
yeah. It's a monster right now, and it's very stressful. And I didn't realize it'd be as stressful as it is when you're doing a fantasy league or you're doing a weekly picks and that kind of thing. It's turning into a stressful thing instead of fun, because every day is some climactic drama that happens. You know, it's Wednesday. We got Thursday Night Football tomorrow. Now we get more NFL news on other COVID positives. It's like, it just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
It is it's so crazy.
I think fantasy wise and for fantasy basketball too, I think I'm cursed.
I tried to.
My teams always get hurt. I pick the greatest players at the best spots, and then they always end up getting hurt. Why me?
Maybe you got to go Sage or something. I don't know. Get your fantasy Sage on. Start getting
something. Something got to change.
I mean, it's a lot. I can deal with NFL fantasy, but I tried basketball once and I gave up because I was like, there's no way I can keep up with every other day or every day, roster move. My brother plays Major League Baseball fantasy. I wouldn't even know where to begin on. I mean, this year they played twice in a day. So the moves that you are making is just it's too much. The COVID game too with the Titans and the Steelers. I have their tight end, and I also had the running back, and I'm like, what? Now I can't do that either. So
I had their whole line. I had their defense and everything, and I had Tannehill. I was mad, big mad.
I got Tannehill.
Yeah. Well, I had him as my backup. I was only playing on a bye week because I had Pat Mahomes. So when Pat Mahomes goes on bye,
he was trying to judge you. He was about to judge you.
No, she said my fantasy team sucked, and she got 5 fantasy teams, and I know one of them was terrible.
Well, the funny thing is, people that I know, I do bad on those fantasy leagues, but the people I don't know, when it's set up on their computer, I'm doing awesome. So now I need to just maybe not do fantasies with people I know. Maybe that's the same mantra you may need to do. You may need to just go into a fantasy league where you don't know anybody. Maybe not feel like it's competitive or feel like, I'm just going to do my thing. Who knows?
I'm always competitive. I don't care who I play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care who I play.
Yeah. I mean, at least you don't have faces with the names on the computer. It's like, oh, I know that OG, whatever his name is. Whoever he is, I don't know him. But, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to take him. Take him down. But when you know people, it's like, you're like, oh, I can't stand why they did that. Why they beat me, Maybe it's not. Maybe that's, I don't know. I'm just trying to solve your dilemma with the fantasy. At least like Spades, you probably need one in a possible. So you need 2 at least. To kind of get you through, because to sit there every Sunday or on Saturday nights looking at your roster, it's sad.
Yeah, it'd be bad because then you get up at 9 a.m. on Sunday just waiting for some other tragic event to happen that's going to change your whole lineup.
So stressful, man.
And then for us, not even knowing what for Monday, exactly who was going to be playing for sure or not. We weren't sure if we needed to if you had someone playing on Monday, if they were going to be playing Julio. We didn't know if Julio was going to play Monday. But if you would have put him in and not played anybody Sunday, you had no one else to sub him with come Monday's game so he would not have played.
Right. So then you just really.
And then he still got hurt anyway, so it didn't matter.
I mean, I had Devontae Adams. I don't know why I keep picking this guy because I always think, okay, he's going to pull through this season. He's hurt again.
Yeah, you be talking about Devontae you be paying, man.
I like Tay, and if I'm going to do with Green Bay, I'm going to do their top guy. But I just.
What's good, Jose?
Thanks for the shout out. Thank you.
Yes. Jose Volante.
Yeah,
he's got a show. Check in right after ours.
The lights owner on there, right?
Oh, Brett Lasbrook. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
Hopefully here. Our lights this season is over too.
Yes, it is. I'm saddened. I couldn't go to the Saturday match. I'm saddened that I couldn't really be there to see these guys. I was there with them in spirit, but I'm just.
And they got to have 250 fans there. It was good to see some of the electric company and they had some of the La Fuerza there, a couple of the people scattered throughout. So that was really good to see. And I think it helped. You could hear the drum in the background again. So that was nice. But yeah, something's got to change with our team, man. Like, these losing seasons. Do you follow USL out there or soccer at all?
Me, no. I don't.
Oh, okay. Because
it's okay. We really didn't until, here in Vegas.
We got a team and we fell in love with them.
Yeah, we got into it. El fútbol. Yeah.
Were the llamas there?
The llamas haven't come, I think, all season.
Right.
That's why they had the blow-up llamas in the pool.
Yeah, but I was just thinking for the last match, they just make it nostalgic by having Dolly and Dottie come. I didn't know if they were there.
Llama Dude was there, though.
Oh, shout out to Llama Dude. We miss him. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. The whole vibe of going to these games.
Llama Dude has his own T-shirts now, too. He's got a whole T-shirt.
I got to get one. I got to cop one. If you guys like the lights and you love our guests that we've had him on a couple times, Llama Dude, reach out to him. He's got some dope T-shirts out there. I'm going to have to get one for sure.
Thanks for tuning in.
Let's forget, about those Lakers. So that's my guy.
3-1.
That's my guy over there.
Well, let's go in there. Let's talk about your Lakers then, because are they going to be giving you the early birthday present that you so deserve?
Yes, they are. Listen,
Mo's birthday is on Saturday. If anybody would like to reach out to Mo, there's her cash
first
app.
of all, okay, I'm about to say put the cash app up, Mel, because you know how I get down.
She put hers up too. I see it.
Well, it's already pre-made, so I just threw it out there.
S Collier 14, just in case anybody was thinking about it.
It's my birthday, so I'm getting the money. So nobody else's cash app right now at this juncture. Okay, can I just have the day?
Mo's birthday is Saturday, so the Game 5 of the NBA Finals is on Friday. The Lakers have chosen to wear the commemorative Kobe Black Mamba jerseys, which they have yet to lose.
They have.
Sounds like, right? They haven't lost in those, right?
No, they don't.
4-0, I believe. 4-0.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So
it's fitting.
Do you think there'll be a resurrection of the Jimmy Buckets we saw in Game 3?
Nope.
No, because that was an epic night for Jimmy Buckets. That's something that you never see too often. And big ups to him for having that great night of outscoring LeBron in points and rebounds and assists. That was mind blowing. And it was legendary, if you will. But that is their one shining moment. And just like Denver, when they had their one win of a shining moment game, they never won again. So we threw you guys a solid by having a good.
Gave you a little something to play with.
Gave you something little, have your heart filled with joy for a moment. But yeah, realistically, no. The thing of it is the Lakers are just a dominant force with all their bigs. They're trying to go small with these guys. They played Dwight for maybe 8 minutes last game, which I was kind of upset the whole time. Like, why don't you put Dwight in? Why don't you put Dwight in? But I figured the method out because they're playing smaller with these guys. They don't want to get in too early foul trouble. And then they don't want the antics of Dwight Howard where they get tech too on top of that. He's just got to be a little more responsible with that kind of thing, But it's our time. It's long overdue. All the planets are aligned. The stars are ready. It's about LA. And I think it's our Dodger time too. We'll get into baseball in a minute, but I feel like LA is going to be actually reigning some champions right now.
Oh, good. Sounds like Les is going to send you some money for your birthday.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Thank you.
Little Laker love. And shout out to Cal for hoodie season, as well as tuning in. We appreciate it. Make sure to check out the Off the Strip pod live.
Thank you, Cal, for my hoodie.
4 Pacific time. Yeah, they have a good show too.
It's nice and toasty, and I love it. Thank you, Cal.
Over there making s'mores at the fireplace right now.
I sure am. I got my cocoa ready. I'm about to.
I'm ready to tie my hair up so fast. I'm warm, no joke. But
fuzzy socks and flannels are coming on in a moment. No.
I love s'mores, by the way.
Okay, s'mores is great. Yeah,
it is.
They good.
So, Stacey, tell me, what are your thoughts on that Laker game 4? What was your biggest takeaway from that game? What do you think the Lakers need to improve on, and who needs to go next season?
That game and the series in its entirety is going the way I expect it to go. The Lakers, when they play at their absolute best, they just simply overpower the Miami Heat. And because, not only that they big, but they also can adjust and go small. So they multi-dimensional. They got players that can do more than 1 or 2 things very well. So it's going the way I expect it to go. I said the Miami Heat can win a game or two. I originally picked them in 6, but I was like, the Lakers can win in 5 because, you know, their mental toughness and mental makeup. They don't give up. We've seen in the playoffs with them, they get down big leads, but then they'll come back and win the game. And then that's
that's how they do. Yeah.
That's all due to like Jimmy Butler, you know, transferring his energy, his leadership to the team, and everybody's buying in. But you know, they just can't match up with the Lakers at the end of the day.
I don't think Boston could have matched up either. I don't think no team could have matched up. I mean, the fairest match would have been the Los Angeles Clippers, and you see how that turned out. But there was no formidable opponent to us when we were beating a James Harden who averages over 40 points a game, or a Portland Trailblazers team that's just, you know, beasting. And a very scrappy Jamal Murray and Denver Nuggets team, who, not surprisingly, but is a breakout team that I look forward to watching next season to see how far they really legitimately can go. And then you got this Heat team, which I've been watching the Heat in the bubble this whole time. I knew the Heat was a well-oiled machine coming out of the East. I mean, they got a coach that's very seasoned in Eric Spoelstra, got a GM, Pat Riley, former Laker coach. So you have the definitely blueprint to be a championship team. You're just unfortunately outmatched with this Lakers dominant team. And I'm not even going to say it's like Frank Vogel, because I think he's been doing an okay job, but I think it's also with LeBron being running the point the way he has been running the point and building up other players, aces, to do better. That's what you do, you know? And so that's where he's coming from. Oh, that's what's happening with this win. Now, put my Dodger cap on.
Change it up a little bit. Okay.
Swag up a little bit.
We are into the Major League Baseball playoffs.
We are.
And I didn't realize that this series is a 5-game series.
It is.
Because I noticed when they had mentioned that the A's came back and beat the Astros tonight, I was like, wait, what do you mean came back to make a game 4? Because I was like, oh, it's a 5-game series. So we're in 5-game series now, and we go to 7 in the ALCS.
Yes.
Got it. Which then goes to Dodger Stadium, correct?
Yep. Sure does.
So I heard y'all are calling out the Astros.
Yes, we are calling out the Astros, and the Astros lost tonight. So our call outs have been working. So their series that they're in is 2-1 right now. Yankees haven't been doing too well. Tampa Bay is taking them to town.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay is leading their series 2-1. And then you got my boys in blue up against these Padres tonight. And I know we were 1 run ahead. It was 3-4. And I was noticing some people were posting that Kershaw was being Kershaw. And I don't know what that means because we have a shorter season right now. Kershaw doesn't need to be the postseason Kershaw that we've been seeing that flubs up. He should be solid with only playing 60 games and having an early playoff season within those 60 games, that he should be able to be a solid pitcher. But Walker Buehler can do no wrong. Mookie cannot do any wrong. Corey Seager can do no wrong. They're all hitting yard. Our roster is ridiculous. I mean, our full man roster is just so crazy. And mind you, we don't have a David Price right now. He opted out. So that would have been another pitcher that we would have had that would have given like even more of leverage. But yeah, we're calling out these Astros. The Astros feel like their trash talk is a motivation to them, but they lost tonight. So it ain't that good of a motivation. And y'all lost badly too. Y'all let the fools do 9 runs on y'all. So I don't know where it's going. And like to your point, it's a 5-game series. I mean, it's baseball. It can go either way, but I really don't want those Astros advancing. I'm sorry, Natasha. I just can't stand them.
I don't think anybody want the Astros advancing.
Except Houston fans, except Astros
whole
fans.
Campaign against them.
Houston fans.
Except Houston fans and Travis Scott fans that like Astro World and getting Astros and Astro World mixed up. That's it. That's the only ones I can think of. But I think it's still a Dodgers year. I think it's our time now. We've been to this dance the last 4 years and can't seem to seal the deal. So we've got to. It's time. It's a long overdue thing. We haven't had a pennant in a very long time. It just would be nice, especially when Kobe, living in that city, was a big Dodger fan and supporter as well. And I love Justin Turner because Justin Turner is a huge Kobe Bryant fan. One of our outfield guys. He has a Dodgers t-shirt with Mamba on it with Kobe. And then he got his cleats customized with the Lakers and the Mamba on it in 24. I'll post it on Girl Chat. But Red Turn, I mean, the red beard, he's Mamba mentality all day, and a lot of them have adopted that mantra into that Dodgers bullpen as well. So yeah, I'm excited. I want to see what happens. I hope we can beat the Padres tonight, because then it's a wrap. We do 3-1 and we're done.
Y'all just continue to make me sad on this show. Y'all got on my fantasy team, and then first because I'm a Cardinal fan, and they gone.
Oh yeah.
I'm a Mariners fan.
I'm not sad about that. By the way, I'm not sad about that.
I know, because we are the Dodger killers, but
you are. That's why I said I'm not sad about that at all. I have to thank you.
But from the beginning, when they announced it's going to be 60 games, I expected the Dodgers to be the champions. Like you were just saying, Mo, it's about time. It's about time. They got top to bottom pitchers and hitters. They got everything that a team want and what they need to win the championship, and they should do it. This is the right time to do it. It's not a long season.
Nope.
Everybody's clicking on all cylinders. It's time for them to do it. I'm expecting them to win.
Me too.
They better, because if not, Mo will go on a tirade again, because she went off on Kershaw all last season, and it would be kind of nice, though, I'm not going to lie, even as a proclaimed Laker hater, to have the city of LA be blessed after Kobe's death with not only an NBA championship, but with a Major League Baseball World Series championship as well. That would be very fitting,
Yeah. And then when we get into this National League Division Series, if we do the face-off, I forgot about the Atlanta Braves. They're actually doing a good work out there too.
Oh yeah, be careful with that.
Yeah, and you got to be careful. You got to watch them. But I think we can take them. That'll be our next opponent. So I'll be ready. Me and Donnell from Let the Ball Bounce. Shout out to those guys. We'll probably have a beef by the end of that series, but it should be all good.
You guys should make a friendly wager. That's all.
We should. I should reach out to him, or maybe I'll call into their show and be like, "Hey, I'd like to play some wager."
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Hey, so, Mel, you a Mariners fan?
I mean, I've never had another baseball. Yeah, Mariners. I grew up. I grew up sitting center field behind Ken Griffey, just waiting for it. My dad would take us with our mitts, and we would go sit the Kingdome, and then later on at the team. Well, it's what is it now? T-Mobile Stadium. But anyway, and we were sitting at his Kingdome and sitting behind him with our mitts and just waiting for home runs to be caught. So
how you feeling the last few years? You okay?
You mean last few? You mean the last 25? We haven't been in the playoffs since I think maybe 01 was the last year we were in the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah, and that wasn't even very far.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Was it that 116
I don't flop. Like if Alex Rodriguez leaves Seattle, I'm not going with him to New York or to wherever. I stay with my team. I'm not gonna LeBron out and try and find a new team.
Wow, come on now. Why would you gotta say that? Why you had to say that?
I mean, here's the thing: everybody is doing it now. So
I get it. I was
LeBron is, gosh, she doesn't like LeBron either, man.
No, I like LeBron. I like LeBron off court.
Yes,
on court,
yes.
What's the problem with him on the court?
Well, I'm going to tell you that he whines. I mean, I'm not going to lie.
All the stars whine. All of them whine. Even Michael Jordan has cried at all that stuff.
And the guy travels like no other. He walks a country mile every night on a game. They called one travel call one time. I was shocked that they called it.
All the way in.
And he travels.
All these players travel now. That's all the new stuff. They all travel and they whine.
LeBron's biggest fan. Stacey Collier.
I'm just a fair guy. I'm fair.
Stacey, I don't have a problem. He can do no wrong to me in my eyes. He's a Laker now. So I turn a blind eye to those misses. But I do notice his behavior. You can't help but notice.
He wasn't singing that same tune a couple years ago.
When? What was I saying?
I'm saying because he's with a Laker now, so you're good with it. I'm saying, but
but before in Cleveland, I couldn't stand him. Yeah. I loved him. I still love him off court.
But shout out to LeBron because he did get his own Wheaties box. He's now officially on a Wheaties box, and the whole I Promise School is.
Yeah, that was dope.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, very good. Okay, excellent. Black excellence. Let's go. I love it.
Listen, I stick with my teams. Okay. Again, like most as the Aces lost because of me. I've only been an Aces fan. I've never promoted or pushed.
We're not going to talk about this. We're not going to talk about this. I'm not going to talk about this with her on the show tonight. We're not going to talk about this.
Even
no, we're not going to talk about this.
I was always a Bulls fan. So
I mean, we made that very clear, but I don't know what the intentions are over there. I don't know what she was rocking the day of the series. Stacey, no telling what she had on over there.
We don't know. I had an Aces hat.
We don't know. We do not know. You know, you could.
I don't even own
it is very.
I own nothing Storm. I do own a couple Sonic shirts, but I know nothing Storm.
She wore a Sonic shirt.
It is very suspicious, Mel, that you're not a Storm fan.
Stacey. Thank you.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Storms are great. They great.
Let's take a break for Mo's birthday.
What's that?
Mo's birthday on Saturday, you guys. So make sure you chime in, hit up her Cash App, say happy birthday to Mo.
Let's say stay with your team. Yeah, we're still in question less about the Aces thing. Now she's Aces. I just like giving her a hard time.
No, he went with the Mariners too. Like that's Mariners my team. Like that's the only team I've ever known. And granted, they have a great young team right now. So I'm hoping that as long as we don't do what we always do and give a half our team to the Yankees in a year, we should be decent. This guy Kevin Lewis, amazing. He's great. I love it. But we seem to be the farm team for the Yankees. So.
Yeah, that happens, and that's tough.
Speaking of the Yankees, your guy Giancarlo is hitting homers. They said if he hits a homer on Thursday, he'll have 5 games in a row. This guy came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, they're like the Lakers of the East. I have to, I'm not a big Yankees fan, but I have to know when winners are winners and excellence is there.
It's that money.
I have to recognize it.
Got that dynasty money.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can't go wrong with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sue Bird is a legend. Les, I had spoken on Sue Bird earlier when we were talking Aces, about Sue Bird and her 4-time champion. She's got 4 rings.
4. Hey, let me be like, this was the breakdown because my girl power moment was for Sue Bird and for Megan Rapinoe. So between the two women, they've got 5 gold medals, 4 FIBA World Cups, 3 NCAA championships, 4 WNBA championships, and 2 FIFA World Cups.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's power
couple.
And they're women.
Yes. Mm.
Yeah.
Man.
No one can do better than a woman. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Storm were a better team. I mean, here's the deal. And shout out to Miss Bondi. We got to get her on the show too, because I've been really enjoying some of her podcast stuff as well. But the Storm were a better team. We had no answer for Stewie. We had no answer for her. I mean, unfortunately, Asia came to play, but she wasn't the MVP caliber that we had seen all season.
I think they got gassed. I think they just either got gassed or their mentals just took over. Yeah, something. But it takes a coach and a leader of the team to try to uplift and motivate, and he threw in the towel. Who knows? They may have gotten some news that we don't know about, and we don't know what's going on. But we will find out. We will get to the bottom of it. I feel like there is something going on for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It'll be interesting, and then it's too much. So shout out to the girl power moment for Super. I love them.
I like them too. I think they're good. And I got to meet them, and they were so sweet. And Sue Bird grabbed her little jersey to show, like she was cool. They were cool. Like it's like I knew them. It was kind of cool.
They're all fans.
Nice.
They're all
fans. It was nice. It was really nice. Yes. So, Mel, do we have NFL picks for the week coming up? Are we knowing what's going on?
Picks. Yes, I wanted to touch on real quick.
Go for it.
The NFC dumpster fire that we have here. I don't know when the NFL is going to do anything, probably never, about the NFC East and their crap shoot of a division there.
How can
literally the Eagles
be number 1?
The Eagles are winning with a 1-2-1.
Right, they're number 1. Like I don't understand how that works.
1-3, and then 0-4.
And they're not even out the division race at 0-4.
No, they're not
even out.
They're not even out. There's no wild card option or nothing. They're locked in. That is crazy to me.
And it makes me so mad because I know there's Dallas Cowboy fans all year long want to talk about how they're going to be in the Super. Well, clearly you're not that great right now. But guess what? They're still could easily be in the playoffs because they're going to win their division. I mean,
yeah.
Well, their defense.
I think they could. They the one team in this division that can play better. They can get it together and play better. The rest of them, I don't think they have a shot.
What's it gonna take for them to get it together? Because they are not getting it
Get rid of that defensive coordinator, Mike Nola. Get him out of there because that defense is trash. The offense is great. I expected the offense to be great. That defense is horrible. They got to fix that.
Yeah, they got to do something. But actually, no, they don't, because I want to see them continue to.
Me too, but I'm never going to pick them. I'm picking them on obvious games that they had a clear-cut chance to win, and they don't win. And
I'm mad. I had CD on my fantasy bench, and I was just sitting there like, really?
Yeah, I didn't get him.
If you want to go off, it's the game he's on my bench.
So. Right. That's how it always is.
Yeah, that's how it usually happens.
That is. That really is. That is.
So me and Mo never got a chance to go to picks last week, which was probably good because we had a game.
It was
delayed.
A terrible week. It was a terrible week.
Terrible week. It was. But here's the deal. Do you know that there was 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 5 teams that scored 31 points. I've never seen 31 so much,
including the Chiefs game. That was a total of man. Listen, that was crazy.
Listen. I was like, if I ever, I don't know if a numerology person is out there, please let me know what 31 means. I was like, that I've never seen. 31
I've never seen that
much in just 1 week of sports. So
this is a 2020 NFL, and it's really weird and it's really strange, and anything is possible. I'm not even saying any given Sunday, any 2020.
The Giants are 1 game out of the first place to finish.
I know that's.
I mean, everybody basically is 1 game out of first place. Basically, it's too much.
You hear that, Giants? You have a shot. Don't give up yet. Don't wave that flag yet. Don't give up.
Do the Jets have a chance then? Because I'd be like trying to wave the flag.
Well, they got an AFC. They don't. They're
AFC. Yeah, it's a tough division. The AFC division is a stronger division. I keep telling folks that. Yeah, we got
except for the NFC West. I'm just
except for one subdivision of a division. Our entire division is ridiculous. Yeah, ridiculous.
AFC, you know.
What's
coming? Okay, so games. Stacey, feel free to join with us, and we'll definitely let you know that you lost to us next week. So no big
publicly. If you lost or not.
It's Thursday night football. Tampa Bay at Chicago. I'm going with the Bucks.
I'm torn on this.
Okay.
You know why? Because the upsets have been unreal. I go with my heart and say, yeah, the Bucks could do it, but in a freak occurrence in Chicago, with Nick Foles now being the starting quarterback, you just never know.
Nick Foles is trash.
Yeah, but he won when they replaced him against those. Who was it? It was just this last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, he came in last week, but it was for
who was it? I can't remember. It wasn't Carolina or nothing like that. I forgot who they played, but it wasn't a team that and they beat the Colts.
Or wait, who? What? No, I don't think.
No, I think the Colts. I think the Colts won.
The Colts won, but he came back. I don't know.
No, the Bears ended up winning. It was an upset. It was a terrible upset. I mean, I would go with the Bucks too. I'm just, I don't know. I just
I'm going with the Bucks.
Every time it's going to be some freak show occurrence on Thursday night. Thursday night footballs have been upsets.
I have a personal vendetta against Nick Foles.
I could tell in your tone you weren't feeling it when I said that.
Yeah,
he was like,
"He's trash."
I hate when people come to my team and they play trash and then they go somewhere and win the Super Bowl.
I can understand how that.
Did I miss the YMCA? Did we say something YMCA? I don't know. But thank you for.
Oh, is that a troller?
I don't know. It's YMCA, so I guess we should do it real quick. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Just going with it.
Oh my God. The Rams at Washington.
Rams.
I can't stand the Rams' new logo because I always see the lightning.
It looks like the Chargers.
It's the Chargers, but it's not. Anyway,
so the Washington team made personnel changes recently, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, they benched Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, that's what they did. They benched Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that your team?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Yeah, he's Rams. I will go with well, since you picked Rams, I'll just do the opposite to make it interesting. I'll go Washington team.
Why would you do that? Why?
Because that's what we do. Wow. We can't be on the same, you know what I mean? We try
but you don't feel that in your heart. Deep down in your soul, you don't.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm so serious. You guys are so confident about these wins. There have been upsets
Any given Sunday.
There's too many upsets. It's a freak occurrence. Thursday night football games are shocker games. That's why I picked the Bears possibly, because you just don't know. You really don't. And Tampa Bay is still, Tampa Bay. And Tom Brady is not still the same Tom Brady we're used to seeing in New England. He's got a totally different offensive line. And it's in Chicago. I just don't know.
It's in Washington. So that's a long trip.
It sure is. And they've done that before. Washington has come back before and won some games. Like, it's an upset thing.
Hey, the Rams have given up some easy games before. I mean, let's be honest.
Yes, they have. Yes, they have. And so I'm just saying.
All right. So Buffalo at Tennessee.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is.
That's a really good one. That's post-COVID too.
If there is going to be a game, because their facility is still closed.
That's a hard one right there.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo. Buffalo's been doing really, really good.
They really have.
They've been balling out.
I'm staying with Buffalo. Stacey.
Yeah, Buffalo. But close.
Stop copying us. No, I'm kidding. Philadelphia, Pittsburgh.
I'm going with the Steelers. I'm going with the Steelers. It just depends.
Are they in Philly?
No, they're in Pittsburgh.
Are they in Pittsburgh? Oh, that's tough for them, for Philly.
Yeah, Philly has been. They played against the Niners, but not really to a level that I think can beat Pittsburgh. So,
yeah, I'm gonna go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay, Arizona at the Jets.
Arizona for sure. Jets aren't winning a game this year. And again, it could be an upset. It could be an upset.
I know. I think Sam Darnold is not playing.
The Bengals won last week. Like, everything's possible.
That's what I'm saying. Anything's possible. It's very upsetting game.
Yeah, but I don't think Sam Darnold is playing though. So
no, he's not playing.
No.
Joe Flacco's playing.
Yeah, that's a factor. So I don't know. But didn't Joe Flacco play last week too?
I got to roll with Kyler though, because I have him on a fantasy. Like, I go with Arizona for myself.
Yeah, I got Kyler Murray as one of my quarterbacks too. But
Stacey,
we gonna have to agree again.
Okay, you good?
It's just more so the Jets are not. They don't got it.
No, I get it. Yeah. I get it.
Buffalo winning the division. Yeah, it's probably possible. That's for sure.
Buffalo definitely can win a division for sure. That's that AFC.
Yeah,
telling you.
Okay, Vegas at Kansas City.
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
Here's the deal. We saw how New England held them on defense for the first half. Like, that was a good first half. There was 6-3 at half between the Patriots, Sin Cam Newton, and Patrick Mahomes. The thing is that they didn't play that second half as well. So they had, New England had a weapon where they were able to figure out how to kind of like hold Patrick back a little bit and hold the offense.
Yeah, I hate to say, I don't think those Raiders have that kind of defensive weapon. Yeah, we're missing a few people on our line too. On top of that, and offensively, Kansas City Chiefs defense has stepped up in a way that I haven't
get hurt last game, or is he good?
Who?
Jonathan Abrams, didn't he get?
He didn't get hurt. Oh, he got hurt the game before, but he walked up. He got hit the Jerry Maguire moment. He got up, so he's been doing well. But I don't think even for his position as being a safety can get good coverage with Pat Mahomes throwing the long ball vertically. There's no way he's catching. So we're gonna take that L.
Okay.
Chiefs. I hate to say it.
Jacksonville at the Texans. Granted, new head coach. Bill got the can.
I still think the Texans
are the worst game possible.
It is the worst game possible.
Gardner Minshew.
I'm picking the Texans
last week, but
I'm not picking the Texans out of spite. I don't want no Texans, nothing.
They're free. They're free from Bill O'Brien.
Is Deshaun Watson playing? Is he starting? Is he out or anything? Was he hurt?
No, I don't think so. He's still playing.
Oh, okay, he's playing. Yeah, Texas might get their first win just for the new coach. Okay. They might.
I'm just gonna stick.
And it's a home game. It's a home game too, right? So Texans,
home game.
I'll pick the Texans.
All right, Bengals at Baltimore.
That's the Ravens all day.
Joe Burrow got his first win last week, and what is it? Mixon had highest.
Mixon had a great, crazy game, and again, he got points for sure.
But that's not gonna happen against Baltimore.
No, it's not. So we're gonna roll with Baltimore on that.
Yeah. Carolina at Atlanta. Will Atlanta get a win? They're 0-4. They haven't been 0-4 since 1999.
Well, here's the thing too. I thought because there was no Christian McCaffrey that these Panthers weren't going to be able to do work. And
but they're doing it.
They are. So I'm going to go with Carolina on this. The Atlanta just cannot get it together, and their coach is next on the chopping block. By the way, I feel like he needs to go.
All I gotta say, Dan should have never left Seattle. He left a Super Bowl winning team. He should have never left because look what happened.
He wanted that head coach money.
Yeah, he wanted a head coach job.
Okay, well, you're not gonna get that
Seattle. He's not gonna be there long. Maybe he wasn't ready. You know, he was definitely not ready.
I'm picking the Falcons though.
I actually am picking the Falcons. I think they can't listen. They're gonna burn Mercedes-Benz Stadium down if they don't win this game.
They didn't burn it down during the Super Bowl. They should have burned it.
No, but I'm saying if they were to go 0-5 and we're in the middle of a pandemic, I'm sure the whole city is going to be in an upgrade pretty soon.
Atlanta's already on fire, so they just keep that rolling, honey. I don't know if they're going to win this game.
With them Hawk jerseys, did you see those?
No, how are they?
They have a MLK on the front.
Oh, nice.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, sorry, that was random. Miami at San Francisco.
Oh, I'm going to roll with San Francisco on this, even though they lost last week.
Well, I will never root for them. They probably will win. I'm going with Miami. I'm going with the Dolphins.
All right, Mike Dixon. That's great. Mike, shout out to you. You got Mel this week.
Speaking of the Dolphins, their governor approved them to have a full stadium of fans at 65,000 fans. They said that they weren't going to do it right off the bat, but that they have been approved to have a full stadium of fans in Florida, which is the first or second.
Well, Florida's been open forever, right?
Yeah, Florida been
open. They with it.
They just they
want everybody. I'm not surprised. I'm totally not surprised by this news because they've been with it. They've been open and been with the
stuff. This is tougher than I could see Miami upsetting, but I'm gonna just go with the safe pick and go with San Francisco.
Wow.
All those players are out too, by the way. On San Francisco's line.
Well, Kittle's back. He had 184 yards.
Oh yeah.
But they still lost last week. Is
Garoppolo back this week?
No, I don't think so. Is he?
I don't know. I pick him up in fantasy, and I was like, "Ooh, does that mean he's back?"
I would never pick him on my fantasy.
I would never either. But people die after their team.
Yeah.
Giants at Dallas Cowboys. I don't even want
to. Blow them out, Cowboys. Blow them out.
I'm going to pick the Giants out of spite. I will never pick Dallas again. They totally upset me last week. They should have never lost that game last week. I mean, it was embarrassing. But I think for revenge, Dallas will
into the Browns, which
that's what I'm saying. I picked Dallas to win. I said I like the Brownies, but it's Dallas. They're at home. I mean, they're getting the message that, hey, they're not doing too well. Let's get it together. They still
when Juice threw that pass to OBJ, though.
Finally, OBJ got looks. Finally, he got some accolades.
I mean, the Browns are not a bad team to lose to.
Let me tell you something.
They're supposed to be good.
They're not. The Browns is cursed. The history of it. And the thing of it is Baker Mayfield really had to prove himself because it was announced he had 3 games to prove himself.
Oh,
this
really?
Weekend, yes. And they were going to consider pushing him to the back. I don't know. Probably somebody better than him. Who knows? But I say this to say that I didn't expect them to win against those Cowboys. Not with the line that they have and a Zeke Elliott out there. There was no excuse for them to lose that game. None whatsoever. So they may be trying to redeem themselves.
Yeah.
The backup is Case Keenum.
Case Keenum. That's right.
I mean, he could throw a little bit, kind of.
I mean,
all right. So Indiana at Cleveland. I'm rolling my Browns.
Yeah, go Browns.
Go Dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going
to Denver at Patriots.
Oh, no, Cam's not back.
If Cam not back, I'm going with.
But Denver has no Von Miller either. It's a toss-up. This is hard. I can't pick. I don't know.
Because
I'm gonna go with New England because they got a better coach.
New England's backup and third string both played on Sunday and combined for 3 interceptions.
Jeez.
Yeah, they not gonna score without Cam. Well. So I'm gonna go with Denver. I'm gonna go with Denver in the upset.
All right, you too, Mo? Are you going with Denver?
Shoot. I think
is Denver 0-4 or have they won one?
They won one. They won one, I believe.
I'm gonna roll with Denver.
I don't know. I'm gonna roll with New England. It's a home field for New England. For some odd reason, it's a magical field, and Belichick makes it happen, and I can't dispel that when they're at home. So I'm going to roll with New England on that.
All right, you guys, Sunday Night Football. It's a big game.
And so the bye is who? Green Bay's out for a bye week, right?
Yes. Okay.
So
and it looks like that, and the Chargers.
And the Chargers, thank God.
Oh, no, sorry. Chargers are Monday night.
Oh, they're Monday night? Who they playing Monday night?
The Saints.
Yeah.
In New Orleans?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm going to roll with the Chargers. Michael Thomas is still out, right?
He better not be, for my sake.
They still got Alvin.
I mean, they got Alvin Kamara too, but guess what? The Raiders beat the Saints, so I don't see why if the Raiders can beat them, why the Chargers
Raiders had the spirit of Al that helped them with the win.
You think so? Even with New Orleans being at home the last week, they didn't even win. Like obvious games.
But the Chargers didn't they lose last week? They struggled last week.
Who'd they play last week? I wish I had
my
week.
They played the Bucks. Well, they played the Bucks.
Well, they played Tampa Bay though. That's different.
Yeah. They had a good game. Like
I'm
going
with the Saints. Stacey, what you got?
Oh, I'm going with the Saints at home.
Okay. Yeah. We skipped over the Sunday night game. Minnesota.
You skipped over it. I didn't even say it.
No, I said it. And he was like, well, where does the Chargers play? Oh, yeah, what's that game?
Yeah. Green Bay.
Minnesota, Seattle. I'm going to take Seattle.
Who is it?
Minnesota at Seattle.
Oh, yeah, it'll be Seattle for sure.
Go Vikings.
Ooh, go for it. Do it. Do it. Okay. I can't go up against Russell Wilson like that.
Yeah, me neither. It's a tough to be honest.
Adams is still out. We still have a bunch of injuries. It's going to be a little bit touch and go, but we'll be home. Although the home field thing doesn't really factor in anymore anyway. So.
When there's no attendees and it's not as loud in the decibels, it does make definitely you can see a difference in the way the Seahawks play or a vibe off of that. It's totally different. But
is the Dodgers game on right now? Like what's
the score?
I know. We're just talking about Jansen.
Kenley Jansen. So in the ninth inning. So Kenley Jansen's always our closing pitcher. What's it looking like?
I think he just said the Dodgers are losing it.
What? I'm on this show. I gotta get off of here. Are you kidding me right now? You're trying to give me high blood pressure. Did it really say that? Hold on.
That's what he said. I didn't know.
No, he didn't. It's not on the comments. It doesn't say that.
He said that messing with me. He's trying to give me high blood pressure. Stacey,
that's what I thought he said that at first.
It says, come on, Jansen, FUCC, hashtag Dodger. He
said something before that.
Oh, yeah, because Kenley Jansen's our closer, but sometimes he makes us very nervous. But I need a score right now. And Stacey, I thought we were coup de la. I thought we were really cool.
No, that's what he said. I was just reading the comments. I was reading the comments.
You know?
Stacey over here lying on folks and stuff. Man.
That's not what he said, though.
All right. So before we get out of here, Stacey, please let the audience know where they can find you or find the podcast, what social media you guys got, and when your show is on or when you post your show.
Okay. My personal social media handles on Twitter, Instagram is SCV2nd. My show, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, CC Sports Show. Okay. We try to go every week, once a week. And then also there's times where I will post like a video about something that just happened, like breaking news or something, and just try to provide content every week. Yeah, so great. We go once a week. Follow us, CC Sports Show. My personal, SC the Second.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
There you go.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate you, and we will catch you in a little bit. As for everybody else, make sure you subscribe to YouTube, share it on Twitter, Facebook, send us a message, and come back and check us out next Wednesday. We'll be back to the regular 7 o'clock time. All right. Cool.
All right.